morning, children. So this is the first video class after your exams were over. So welcome you all to English online classes once again. And before that, we had a live class, and I'm very happy to know I saw your excitement and happiness for the live class, because live class is not always possible, and some children were not able to access it properly. So live class is not always possible. Okay, so in between we can have some interactive classes like that. Okay, so today I have come with a story from your supplementary reader. Children, now you all are in a festive mood. Whatever be the adversities in our life, we Malayalis never miss our Onam. So children, the story we are going to listen to is not a new one. The name of the story is The Selfish Giant. You all must have heard of the story, and some of you have also learned the story in the lower classes. And now you may be thinking, why this story again? And now, what was the story, children? Yes, the selfish giant who had a beautiful garden, but he was very selfish. He kept away children from his garden. He did not like them playing in his garden. And as a result of that, the spring season did not visit his garden that year. His garden was full of frost. All the leaves of the trees now were completely covered with frost. No spring season came. At last, the selfish giant felt sorry for the children, and he put the high walls. He had also set up board there. Trespassers will be prosecuted. Those who are entering without the permission will be punished. At last, he put the high wall down. He hit the high wall down, and all the children were allowed to play in the garden. Okay, that was the story. And now, when we were in the third or fourth standard, what was the moral you got from that? Yes, must not be selfish. Always must have love and care for others. That was the only thing. But now you are in the 8th standard. Along with you, your thought also have grown. So now we can compare the selfish giant's garden to your own life. And only if you are doing something good, just like the spring season has entered the selfish giant's garden, if you want the spring season to visit your life, then we must do something good. Then only our life will be contented and happy. Okay, yes. So once again, we can listen to the story of the selfish giant. The selfish giant. Because you know the story well, I am not reading each and every line. Okay. Every afternoon, as they were coming from school, as children were coming from school, they used to go and play in the giant's garden. It was a large, lovely garden with soft green grass and all. Here and there, over the grass, stood beautiful flowers like stars. Okay, and there were 12 peach trees, and at the springtime broke out into delicate blossoms of pink and pearl. It was very lovely to see. And the children were very happy. How happy we are! They cried to each other. The children were enjoying themselves. But why did they enjoy so? Because the giant was not there. Because the giant had gone away from there for a few days to visit his friend. Now the giant has come back. When he arrived, he saw the children playing in the garden. What are you doing here? The giant gruffed in a very harsh voice. The children ran away because they also have heard of this giant. They ran away in fear. My own garden is my own. Some people are so. They never like others to take their things. They never like others to share their things. They don't like them to take their curry from the tiffin box and to take their books from the back and all. Okay. So this giant was very selfish that he did not like the children to play in his garden. My own garden is my own. Anyone can understand. I will not allow to play in it but myself. Only am allowed to play in my garden. The selfish giant is going to play in the garden himself. So he built, so what did he do? So he built a high wall round it. He built a high wall round the garden and put up a notice board. You all know what is that notice board? A famous one. Trespassers will be prosecuted. He was a very selfish giant. The poor children had nowhere to play. Most of them were living in flats and all. So they did not have any place to play. They tried to play on the road. But it is very risky to play on the road, and it was dusty also and full of hard stones and all. So they used to wander round the high walls inside without having no place to play. How happy we were there, they said to each other. Then the spring came. So if winter comes, can spring be far behind? A famous poet has sung so. So then the spring came after the winter season, the spring has come, and all over the country there were little blossoms and little birds. Only in the garden of the selfish giant it was still winter. But only in this garden of the selfish giant was still winter. The spring was not ready to come to enter the selfish giant's garden. The birds did not care to sing in it as there were no children. Nature is very fond of children, and birds, flowers and all, trees and all, they are all part of nature. And the trees forgot to blossom. Once a beautiful flower put its head, just peeped out to the grass, and then only the flower saw the notice board, trespassers will be prosecuted. Okay, now it went back and it started sleeping. It slipped back into the ground again and went off to sleep. The only people then who only were pleased with this? Yes, the frost. Spring has forgotten this garden, they cried. So we will live here all the year round. So we can live here all the year around. The winter isn't good. Only the winter was happy. So we must ask the hail also to visit. Every day for 3 hours he ranted on the roof. There was strong wind was blowing. Till he broke most of the slates, and then he ran round the garden as fast as he could go. He was dressed in grey and his breath was like ice. It was very cold. Now the selfish giant was wondered. See, all over the country now it is spring. But why in my garden there is no spring? Spring season has forgotten to visit my garden. I cannot understand why the spring is so late in coming, said the selfish giant, as he sat at the window and looked out at his cold white garden. The garden was very cold and white, covered with snow. I hope there will be change in the weather. But he was disappointed. The spring never came, nor the summer. The autumn gave golden fruit to every garden, but the giant's garden she gave none. He is too selfish. What was the reason? He is too selfish. So it was always winter there. One morning, the giant was lying awake in bed when he heard some lovely music. But one morning, after many days, he was listening to a lovely music. It sounded so sweet to his ears that he thought it must be the king's musicians. First, the giant thought that it may be the king's music. It was such a lovely music. It was really only a little linnet, a little bird, singing outside his window. It was not a king's musician, but a little bird. But it was so long since he had heard a bird singing in his garden. Then the hail stopped dancing. The frost was very amazed. Who has come now? I believe the spring has come at last, said the giant, and he jumped out of the bed and looked out. Okay, the spring has come. That's why I can hear the sound, the music of a bird. He saw a most wonderful sight. Now the giant saw a most wonderful sight. What was it? Through a little hole in the wall. So he had built a huge wall around his garden. Through a little hole in the wall, the children had crept in. So through a small hole, the children had crept in. That is why he could listen to the music of a bird. And they were sitting in the branches of the trees. In every tree that he could see, there was a little child. There was a child in every branch. And the trees were so glad that to have the children back again. So all the trees were very happy to have the children back in the garden. That they had covered themselves with blossoms and were waving their arms gently above the children's heads. So the birds were flying about and twittering with delight. So it was a lovely scene. Only in one corner it was still winter. It was the farthest corner of the garden. Only in one corner now also it was still winter. It was the farthest corner where the children could not go. And in it was standing a little boy. He was so small that he could not reach up to the branches. And now the boy was very small that he could not reach the branch of the tree. And he was wandering all round crying bitterly because he could not reach it. The poor tree was still covered with frost because the tree was not having a child in its branch. The tree also was completely covered with frost. Climb up, little boy, said the tree, and it bends its branches down as low as it could. But the boy was too tiny. And the giant was seeing all these things. So the giant's heart, it started to melt now. How selfish I have been. Now the king began to think of himself. How selfish I have been. Now I know why the spring would not come here. Now only I understood the reason that why spring did not visit my garden. And I will put that poor boy on the top of the tree. And then I will knock down the wall. Okay, now I will knock down the wall. I don't want this high wall here. And my garden should be the children's playground. Let my garden be the children's playground. He was really very sorry for what he had done. We may make mistakes, but if we feel sorry for that, then surely God will forgive us. So he crept downstairs and opened the front door quite softly and went out in the garden. Because if the children see the giant, they will just run away. But when the children saw him, they were so frightened. Again he has come, that they all ran away. And the garden became winter again. Again the garden became winter. Only the little boy did not run. He could not run very fast. For his eyes were full of tears that he did not see the giant coming. It was not because that his eyes were full of tears because he could not reach the branch of the tree. So, because his eyes were filled with tears, he did not see the giant coming. And the giant stole up behind him and took him gently in his hands. The giant took gently the boy in his hands and put him up into the tree. And the tree at once broke into blossom. And the birds came and sang on it. And the giant, and he kissed him. The little boy kissed the giant. other children, when they saw this little boy kissing the giant, they also now understood, no, there is no need of getting afraid. And they also came back. And the giant was not any wicked. The giant was not a wicked creature. They came running. Back with them came the spring. The spring season also came along with them. It is your garden now, little children. See how broad-minded he has become. The giant said, now this is your garden. And he took a great axe and knocked down the ball. There he said, he knocked down the ball. So every afternoon, now the giant and the children have become very good friends. So every afternoon, when school was over, the children came and played with the giant. The giant was very kind. Now he was very happy also to all the children. Yet he longed for his little friend and often spoke of him. How I would like to see him, his little friend, this little boy. Yes, he was very fond of him. Years went by and the giant grew very old and feeble. Now the giant has become, the strong giant has become very old and feeble. However strong we are, one day we will become very weak and feeble. Then also we have to understand. He could not play about anymore, so he sat in his huge armchair and he watched the children playing. I have many beautiful flowers, he said, but the children are the most beautiful flowers of them all. One winter morning, he looked out of his window as he was dressing. He did not hate the winter now because he knew very well that spring would be coming soon. And that the flowers were resting. It was just a resting time. Suddenly he rubbed his eyes in wonder. So something he saw through the window. What was it? He rubbed his eyes in wonder and looked and looked. It was certainly a marvelous sight. What he was longing for? He was longing for his small friend. Yes, that friend has come. In the farthest corner of the garden was a tree quite covered with lovely white blossoms. Its branches were golden and silver fruit hung down from them. And underneath it stood the little boy he had loved. The same boy has come again after a long time. Downstairs ran the giant in great joy and out into the garden. He hastened across the grass and came near the child. And when he came quite close, his face grew red with anger. Suddenly his face became red with anger. Why? Who had dared to wound thee? Who has got the courage to wound you? Someone has wounded the boy, the small boy. For on the palms of the child's hands, his palms bear the print of 2 nails. So, my children, what was the wound? Yes, on the palm of the little hand, someone has nailed the hand. The prints of 2 nails were on the feet also. Who had dared to wound thee? Cried the giant. Tell me that I may take my big sword and slay him. I will kill him. Tell me, who is it? Nay, answered the child. No. Children, can you guess who it may be? Who is having the print of the nails on the hands and on the palms and the feet? Yes, Jesus Christ. But these are the wounds of love. Jesus Christ, who has sacrificed his life for we people. But these are the wounds of love. Who art thou? Said the giant, and a strange awe fell on him. Suddenly he recognized, and he knelt before the little child. And the child smiled on the giant and said to him, You let me play once in your garden, so you let me play once in your garden. When I came here, so who was the little boy who was crying there? The tiny boy who could not reach the branch of the tree. Yes, Jesus Christ. You let me play once in your garden. Today you shall come with me to my garden, which is paradise. Okay, now you gave me the permission to play in your garden. And now I am inviting you to my garden, which is the paradise, the heaven. And when the children ran in that afternoon, when the children came after the school, they found the giant lying dead under the tree. So the giant was lying dead under the tree, all covered with white blossoms. So he got salvation. Okay, children. So what's the moral? So when you learned the story, when you heard the story in 3rd and 4th standard, did you think like this or now something different? Is there any difference in your feeling? Yes. Now you are thinking in as I told you, your order of thinking also has grown along with you. Okay. So what you understand from this? Always give space for others in your life. If you want your life to be fruitful, you must have that much love and care for others. Okay, children? So, wish you all a happy Onam. So, we shall meet after that. So, till then, goodbye.